My name's Justine. I'm 21 years old. I was first homeless when I was 12 years old. People that have families are very lucky because most kids that end up on the streets come from backgrounds that are so horrible. It's just better to pretend that you're an orphan, that you never had a family in the first place. It's just easier to deal with it.
Let's talk about that organization. A lot of people know about this because of your help, and you're out there all the time discussing it. But for those who don't know, what do you guys do?
Photocharity is a nonprofit organization I founded 12 years ago to save homeless kids. We have now saved over 1,800 kids in San Diego between the age of 12 and 17 in long-term housing. That's when you say save. You have to have them safe housing.
And 1,800 is a good number, but you got so many more, right?
We have so many more because there's 2,000 kids that are homeless between 12 and 17 every night in San Diego.
That's amazing.
It is amazing,
12 and
David.
17, and they're out there on the streets.
Yes, and then when they reach 18, it's even worse because they are adults, and so there's about 3,000 kids, 18 to 24. There's only 70 beds available in the whole city for that 12 to 24-year-old age range for homeless kids. That's it. Thank you so much for wanting to help save San Diego homeless youth. People ask, why the name Photocharity? Photography is a very important aspect of how we save San Diego homeless youth. Because of the relationships I was able to develop by photographing some of the music greats, such as Billy Joel, Elton John, Carlos Santana, B.B. King, the Rolling Stones, Etta James, Buddy Guy, and Bruce Springsteen, and many others, they trusted me in Photocharity's vision and signed guitars and keyboards for us, which has now resulted in raising over $750,000 in signed music memorabilia to save San Diego homeless youth. This would never have happened without the photography. Many of these youth are referred to as throwaway youth, and they don't want to be homeless. Their parents are drug addicts, they're alcoholics, many are incarcerated. If they tell their parents they're gay, they kick them out of the house. They come from horrendous situations. Even despite this, many of our youth succeed despite all these obstacles. They are truly amazing Rocky stories.
I'm 20 years old and I'm not homeless at the moment. I live in my car, but I go to college full time, and I just...
I'm Tyler. I was homeless since I was 12 years old, up until 18. Around 15 years old, I live in IB, grew up in IB. Came to the place that felt safe to me, which was the beach, and slept underneath the IB pier. My mom was off doing her own thing. She used to sell drugs. She was addicted to methamphetamine. She spent her money on the drugs and not rent, and that's why I ended up homeless.
He went from sleeping in the streets to working at one of the most beautiful ballparks in all the country.
Mike Castellucci introduces us to Tyler.
Tell me about your job.
Well, during the day we secure the stadium. On game days we open up all the gates and get everything ready for our event side to secure the stadium for the Padre games, keep all the fans safe.
The biggest issue preventing homeless youth from getting help or going into any shelter is trust. They don't trust anybody. They've been lied to, they've been beaten, they've been raped, they've been molested, they've been taken advantage of. To overcome these issues, Photocharity has developed Taking Music and Arts to the Streets program, which creates trust quickly. Free music and art lessons, free musical instruments, and free dinner for homeless and disadvantaged youth 12 to 24 years old. We've already seen 143 youth, and the results have been amazing. They've helped their self-esteem, keep hope alive that someone cares about them. We've helped with goal setting, in which if they come 3 or 4 classes of 2 hours each, they earn an instrument of their choice. We've given 19 youth instruments because of this. And lastly, trust. By being with the Photocharity team for 2 hours each class, they realize we're not going to hurt them. And they start opening up to us. And then they start saying, we're ready to get help, and we're ready to go into shelter if it's available. This program and the outreach component is the main referral source now for the future houseboat shelter for 18 to 24-year-old youth and for the SDYS storefront shelter for 12 to 17-year-old youth. We are currently working on expanding wraparound coverage that will include free medical, psychological services, life skills training to expand this program. Blues Lovers United, the Episcopal Church Center in Ocean Beach, and A Reason to Survive are our partners in this program. Rochelle Danto is the amazing director.
And how's this program for you?
It's amazing. I don't know where my motivation or hope would have been if it wasn't for this program.
Alright, my name is Frankie. I became homeless when I was 12 years old. My dad's always in and out of prison. He's really abusive. He's a drug addict and alcoholic. And my mom's schizophrenic, so she couldn't really take care of me. And she's homeless herself. The charity music program helps me in the fact that I have a baby on the way. And hopefully these instruments will help us make a little bit more money to support the family and whatnot.
Besides this bass, the biggest surprise is like just seeing people that like really care about people our age. Like you really feel lost in this world because you don't have anyone to help you, and when someone wants to help you and they raise a hand up for you, you're willing to grab it and you just don't want to let go.
I've been waiting for a guitar for 6 straight years, and I found out if I did this short thing for 3 weeks, that's all I thought was, oh, it's just a guitar, I just get to meet these people for 3 weeks, blah, blah, blah. No, it's a lot more than that. They help people. They're really safe and they're really worth the time. Spend your time, get a free instrument, but it's more than just the instrument. It's what they can teach you too.
It has been Photocharity's experience for the past 12 years that the biggest issue that is not being dealt with for homeless youth in San Diego is with the approximate 3,000 homeless youth ages 18 to 24 with minimal skills. There's only 25 total beds in the city for this age group out of the 70 for homeless youth between the age of 12 and 24. Most of these youth do not have the skills to be self-sufficient. No one is helping these street youth and youth that are aged out of the system now with minimal skills get into shelter or teach them trades so they can be self-sufficient. Because of this, Photocharity is committed to helping these 18 to 24-year-old youth get this. The new future House of Hope will make this a reality. Safe housing and programs that will instruct in life skills and trades such as construction, carpentry, culinary arts, IT, and automotive. The youth will get skills so they can get a job and be self-sufficient. Let's hear what the homeless youth have to say about the future House of Hope.
Photocharity House of Hope shelter is very important for the 18 to 24 age group because once you turn 18, no one really cares about you. They don't care if you have somewhere to sleep. They don't care if you go anywhere in life. That's your own problem. Opening that shelter would mean that you have somewhere to sleep, a pillow and a bed, and a blanket and just a warm place to be. I think it's a great opportunity for people, and it's a great thing that should definitely happen. It gets pretty bad on the streets, definitely very bad. There's lots of drugs, lots of bad people that you can't trust. You can't trust anyone on the street, really.
The House of Hope is a very important thing because once you turn 18, if you need help, you pretty much drop off the face of the earth. There's nobody there to help you. If you're 18, you know, it's hard to get into a shelter because there's so many older homeless people that are already fighting to get in there, and you just don't fit into that demographic, but you're also not really necessarily a youth anymore, but you still are. The 18 to 24-year-old span is really, really difficult for a lot of people, especially when they're transitioning off the streets, because they just don't have those skills and they don't have anybody to show them where to get those skills. How do I get a job? How do I write my resume? You know, like how do I apply for an apartment? Simple stuff that you just don't learn living on the street. Photocharity is a very important thing for homeless kids in San Diego especially.
For the House of Hope to be successful, we need 2 years of operating costs in the bank before we can open doors. Our capital campaign has already raised $200,000 of the $1 million needed before doors can open. Our planned giving division is looking for angels to make monthly donations and yearly donations, put us in their will, and donate valuable assets such as land, a home, a car, a boat, anything that's valuable we appreciate to save homeless youth. For the past 12 years, Photocharity has been SDYS Storefront's largest private donor. We will continue to fund and partner with breakfast, music, and art at Storefront for the next 2 years minimum from past donations. This will bring Photocharity's total of 14 years partnering with Storefront to save San Diego homeless youth 12 to 17 years old. Photocharity's future fundraising efforts will exclusively focus on the future House of Hope and Taking Music and Art to the Streets program. There's many ways you can help us. Number one, please give us a heartfelt donation at savehomelessyouth.org and find someone else that will give us a bigger donation. Number two, become a corporate angel for our gala and our national walk. Number three, allow me to have a House of Hope meeting or fundraiser in your home, your office, your school, or your service organization. Number four, support our local events. Photocharity's National Walk in October will now also be in Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Buffalo, New York, on the same day in San Diego, that we all are in unity to save homeless youth in our communities. All money raised in San Diego stays in San Diego. And the same thing with the other cities. Tickets are available from July to October's walk at savehomelessyouth.org. Number five, become an Angel Team captain, in which you register your team's name and you become the captain for no fee and recruit walkers. The team that has the most amount of walkers and the team that raises the most amount of money will go on TV, be acknowledged at the event, and also get great prizes. Number six, be a mentor and teach music of guitar, ukulele, or violin. Be an art instructor. And number seven, lastly, have a drive for clothes of which the youth need. Please contact us to get more information. Please help us. Thank you.
It's just knowing that there's some little girl out there that's cold and alone, just like I was, that doesn't know what she's going to do with her life or what's going to happen to her. And that just by doing this and getting that out there, that somehow she might find out about Photocharity, and somebody will help her. Somebody will see something about that on television and see that girl sitting on the street and be like, I know how I can help you.
And I always stay there late. I give them all I can for who they are and who they'll be. Hey, do you know me? There are angels all around, in the sky and on the ground. They walk beside us every day, giving love away. There are saints on every street. You might be the one I meet today. Hey, do you know me? Hey, do you know me? I drive the city bus. I see a lot of people